Um, Previously, did you intern in Modern Next?
Yeah, I did. How did you know that?
I see.
Did they have my picture somewhere?
No. I know someone who
Uh,
interned there too.
let me guess.
Okay.
Uh, uh, I forgot his name. God damn it.
It's not a he, it's a she.
She.
How did this go?
Siapa nama kak tu? Aku lupa nama dia. Ya Allah. Dia pakai cermata juga kan?
Nope.
Okay, and that's another thing. Okay, Sensei, is this a permanent staff or not a permanent staff?
Well, have fun guessing.
I don't know. There were so many girls there. I had trouble. I was working at
Welcome
section
to Cancel
23.
Taslim.
I was working at section 23, okay? I did not talk to any girl
I
dekat
mean,
section.
I mean, she did work at the other one a lot more, but she knows
Uh,
you.
Kak Ika ke? I don't know.
No, tak apalah, okay lah, it's okay.
Sensei
Lupakan
bagi
je
tahu
lah.
sekarang Sensei. Last kali bagi
Lupakan
tahu
je
aku dah tak ingat kan. Ya Allah.
Lupakan je lah, okay.
No,
So,
Sensei, I need to know.
okay, nanti
Mana tahu je tu.
That Malaysian pride of knowing
nanti
everything.
okay.
Alright.
Okay. So today we'll start our class with more grammar. But
Yatta.
before we go to the new grammar, so yesterday Ian did say like there's a special use for like the imas and arimas. So arimas, I told you guys, is for non-living things,
I thought you did
Finally,
live.
I am free.
and the
Welcome
imas
back.
welcome back. So yes, imas
Sorry, Sensei.
no problem. So imas is for living things.
Hi.
But Ian did mention that Rena Sensei said that there's a special case where they use the opposite. So I found that it is for hana flowers. So hana flower. Oh God. Excuse me. So hana, which is flowers. So you consider flowers as a living thing, but
Hanabatake?
hanabatake. So the
A
hana.
bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
Hanabatake.
So hana, it should be considered as living things, right? But in this case, for the Japanese, they use arimasu.
Arimasu.
This is because to differentiate it more, imas is more of for like living things that can move by itself.
Hi.
That can move lah. For example, like animals or people. But for flowers, they don't really move by themselves except if they are blown by wind or something. So that's why they use arima. So that's the special one. Hana ga arimasu.
Hana ga arimasu.
And then imasu, of course, the living things. Arimasu is for the non-living things. So that's the difference lah between
I see.
arimasu and imasu.
Subarashi.
So we'll move to the next grammar, which is describing where things are. So this one we actually learned a bit before, where it's like, for example, you want to ask where is the school? Gakko wa doko desu ka? So you know doko desu ka, right? Nani nani doko desu ka? Nani nani wa doko desu ka? So this is what you use when you want to ask like a place or the location of that thing. For example, isu wa doko desu ka? Or for example, you want to say, the cafeteria, shokudo wa doko desu ka? So in response, you usually say, nani nani wa can be asoko, doko, or doko desu. This one you've learned the differences, right? You remember?
Mm-hmm.
So asoko is the one.
Asoko is like over there.
Yeah. Soko?
Soko is like a bit closer, but not so close. Soko.
There. So no,
It's like
There.
like
okay.
there. And
Yeah, basically there.
like for
Okay.
example, if it's like in front of me, no,
Mhm.
bukan in front of me. Tu
In front of me is different.
Soko.
It's watashi no mae ni.
Soko. Soko is like for
Just
example, oh that's Asoko. Jap. So
Maybe like this.
beside you.
okay,
No,
Is it?
give like a
no.
sentence. Give like a sentence.
There is there's a desk, for example.
Soko ga soko wa sukue ga imasu. Arimasu. Sukue ga arimasu. Okay.
Okay. So for
Hi.
those who might forgot, I have maybe like forgot about it. So Asoko is basically, so for example, there's two people, right? So A is the one who's talking and B is the one who's listening. Or yeah. Or B is somewhere a bit further lah. That's okay. So Koko is something that is near to the
Very
person
close.
who's
Yeah.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
For example, a book. Hon. So
Mm-hmm.
Koko ni hon ga arimasu. So you use Koko because it is near to the person who's talking.
Hi.
If it's Soko, then this book is near B. Meaning the person who's talking is pointing out the book is near to the person who's listening to it. That's why you use Soko, which is near to the person who's listening. But if it's Asoko, then it is somewhere far than both the person who's talking and listening.
Hi.
So that's the difference.
Hi.
Uh, So in response, so when people ask, for example, a place, then for example like McDonald's wa doko desu ka? So you can answer it McDonald's wa.
Asoko ni.
So asoko desu or asoko ni arimasu. Can
Asoko ni
also.
arimasu.
So asoko desu or asoko ni arimasu.
Arimasu.
Or soko ni arimasu or koko ni arimasu,
Hi.
depending on the position.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be more like detailed, describing the place of it more detail, you can be like this one. For example, McDonald's はデパートの前で So for example, you want to be more specific or it's at the front of the department store. So you'd be like a noun here, you add a noun
Hi.
plus no something. So it can be no mai or no
Oshiro.
mandaka. So no shiro. So this one is, for example, the ones that you can use is this one, location unit.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, X can be McDonald, right? McDonald wa Y is another place, maybe like
KFC.
Kangkok. So KFC. Can also. So McDonald は Kentucky の右です。KFC is Kentucky.
Kentucky. Hi.
Kalau McDonald, McDonald.
McDonald.
McDonald's.
Oh, tak.
So you can add more location words to be more detailed, so people sometimes can like imagine more or like can see or understand more. So it can be more migi, hidari, mae, ushiro, naka,
Ue.
ue,
Shita.
kaku to tonari. But if it's in between, you have to use this one. So for example, McDonald はケンタッキーとwhat else? 31. 31. Did you know Baskin Robin in Japanese is called
31. Yeah.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, that's really good. So dia apa? Logo dia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
It's just
San
31. It's 31.
31.
Santi.
This
Santiwan.
so this is Baskin Robbins.
はい。
So you can use マクドナルドはケンタッキーとサンティワの間です。So this is for in between. I want to describe in between. So you have to use this one. So this would be the example. So anyone wants to try read this?
I could probably read that if the screen is not so spastic.
Yeah, I know, right? Hold on. Okay. Anyone wants to read that?
Apa ni? I could read this. Ginko wa toshokan no tonari desu.
So. Next, anyone want to try?
Kaicho?
OK。傘はテーブルの下です。
So. Should be anyone? Can you try this one?
Restoran wa depato to. Apa ni? Oh,
Hospital.
病院の間です。
So.
はい。
Kanji to Ganafa, my god.
I want to read it too, but I don't want to sound too assertive.
I did memorize Toshokan. That's why I can read Toshokan. But then Ginko tu macam okay.
Ginko.
Yeah.
Ginko is bank.
Bank,
Yep.
yeah.
So.
The financial bank, not the river bank.
Ginko is
Ginko.
bank. And then Toshokan is
Bank.
library.
Oh, Toshokan, yes.
Toshokan, library. I hope
That's
you
a lot of
don't
lines.
So why are you being like that? Screen, stop moving.
Yamete kudasai.
Yamete.
Yamero.
Onegai. Onegai.
Stop.
Yamete. Yamete onegai.
No, not the Yamete.
I got it.
Orca, what were you thinking?
Orca, stop. Get some
Oruka.
help.
Oruka, baby shark.
Get some
Sorry.
help.
Oruka.
I say I'm
baby
sorry,
shark.
okay? God dang it.
Okay.
Baby shark. Doo-doo.
So next is when you want to add verbs such as taberu or
Taberu.
matsu.
Matsu.
Taberu. Eat, matsu is wait. So for example, they wanted to say
Ichidan.
So ichidan. Taberu, tabemasu.
Matsu is but golden.
So.
Yeah, what?
This one is the
No, I
Japanese
didn't
word.
get that about Matsu.
Matsu is wait.
Oh, okay.
Matsu. Wait. So for example, they want to say he or she waited for Mary in front of the Moss Burger place. So the verb is waiting actually. So basically they want to add more details. So in that case, you use the particle they after the place location, the detail of the location. So anyone wants to try reading this?
I think I'll probably go for it. Kaicho, you wanna try, or you want me to just go ahead?
I want to try.
Kaicho, go ahead.
Yeah.
Kaicho, go ahead.
What is the first one? Is it is that Takeshi? Or watashi?
Watashi.
Watashi wa Mosubaga no mae de Mary san wo machimashita.
So
So.
Damn,
basically
I see.
after the no my it's like previously we learned like no sita then immediately des, right? So you add the word. But if you want to add a verb
Sorry.
like explaining what you did there, so after the position you added, you just add a particle there, then you explain at the back.
これで終わり。
Can also it's actually
There's
right.
like
Already
macam
already
dia
was.
lepas dia, it can also after a verb or ni kan, or a
Yeah.
place.
Basically, yeah. So that is actually correct. これで終わります。これで終わります。
これで終わります。はい。
So for example, you wanna change it. Maybe for example, you wanna say you did shopping inside of the department store. So shopping is 買い物をする.
Departo. Bukan. What is mall in Japanese? Ya Allah. Bukan departo ke?
Departo.
Departo.
So,
Hai. Departo.
so this is the
買い物。
verb for shopping.
買い物する。
So for example, if you want to say I did shopping inside of the department store. So 私はデパートの中で this sounds a bit weird lah, but it's just an example. People don't usually say this, but to be more specific, 私はデパートの中で買い物をしました.
So it's like saying, instead of the mall, I bought something there. You know what I mean? No one says that.
Yeah, true.
Mm-mm.
True.
Like,
So, yeah.
people would only say 買い物した like that. Departo ni, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you don't add, this one also can.
Mm.
So you can be like, 私はデパートで買い物をした. That one sounds more natural.
Mm.
Since department is already like a what you call it, department store, right? So people know you buy it inside of the department store. So you don't have to actually add naka there. So it can be just like 私はデパートで買い物をした.
買い物した.
So-
That's much more neutral.
Yeah, 買い物をした. 買い物をしました.
よ
So
かった
you don't
で
have
す.
to add this one also can.
はい。
But you still use there to explain the verb you use behind.
それで、yes. それでは、参りましょう。はい。
So that's the grammar for location lah.
ズバイチバイ。
Apa ni kacau professionalism kacau.
Sorry. 申し訳ありません。でも、
Don't be like the first class kacau. Everyone
私は
remember
ごめん
that.
なさいじゃない。
Okay. Next
Hi.
is the past tense of des.
です。
So
This.
des. 何々です. So
です。
usually it's the most basic one is what 何々は何々です. 私はマレーシア人です. So past tense, you just change the des to でした.
でした。はい。
So if it's でした, basically it's a past tense.
Dah buat kan.
Yeah. So 何々でした. So for example, this one. If anyone wants to try reading it, can you see?
Can I read? Sekejap. I mean, you know what? Siapa nak baca? Sorry.
I guess 5-second rule.
5-second rule, let's go. Alright. 山下さんは桜、
さんじゃない. Not さん.
桜先生は
This
桜
one.
桜せ
山下.
山下先生は
そう
桜大学の学生でした。
そう。
大学生でした。
So basically,
はい。
they are emphasizing saying was. So it's a past tense. So meaning 山下先生
was a
は
teacher.
was no.
It was a
not
student.
teacher.
学生。はい。
そう。学生でした. So
はい
he's no longer a student.
うん。
That's why they use a past tense でした.
でした。
Oh. Okay.
はい
So it's a past tense lah. Orang kata benda dah berlalu.
Orka yang dulu bukan macam sekarang.
Salah lah Orca Kaicho yang dulu. Bukanlah sekarang kan Orca.
Cepat lagi.
Remember what we talked about yesterday, Orca?
Yeah. I want to say that Sensei called Kaicho cute. Okay.
Oh, ya ke? Serius ah.
Ya, masa
Bapak
tu kau
ah.
AFK. Masa tu kau AFK. Kita panggil kau tak dengar.
Time tu aku woke up.
God dang
Aku
it.
I don't want to be called Kai Changus anymore.
Oh,
Aku nak jadi Kai Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, okay. So the
Arigato gozaimasu.
negative. So this one, 90 days is a like affirmative or like the positive, meaning it's true lah. Or you know. But there's also the negative one. So the negative I've taught you guys before, like two ways of saying the negative of this. So one
Janai desu.
is janai desu. Another one is
Shimasen?
dewa arimasu.
Oh, dewa arimasen. Hai.
arimasu.
Dewa arimasu.
I feel like
So
dewa
you
arimasen ni
can use,
lebih baik kan dewa arimasen.
yeah, because I'm actually used to this one, but if it's like written, when it comes to writing, it's better to use this one. But when it comes to conversation, it's better to use.
Janai
Oh,
desu.
okay.
This one sounds a lot more formal so it's used more to write.
Why kenapa huruf yang depan nampak jaha?
Betul. Tak, apa dia orka.
Ya.
Cara aku hafal hiragana dengan katakana, aku pun campur dengan bahasa Arab, aku campur dengan ilmu apa contoh macam
Wait,
for
are you serious?
example macam he dalam katakana, is a horseshoe. Macam tu he macam tadi saya tulis kan. He is like a horseshoe. And apa lagi kalau okay key is antenna dekat atas apa ni kan. And I guess kalau yeah.
Michael, just to correct you there, that's not katakana.
Sorry, hiragana kan. It's apa quite interesting lah. And
It's better to memorize it that way.
that way macam dia akan betul-betul stick in your head.
Yeah.
And then like
macam
zero is basically payung bawah rumah ada ma.
ya. Like macam orang dulu dia ajar bahasa Jawi, orang Arab dia macam ada kepala, ada ekor like that.
So
And
nandes.
that's
Yeah.
Sambungan dia untuk Jawi.
So nandes.
I remember that so clearly.
But 10 antara favourite aku lah. Tak tahu kenapa.
Bukan satu bukan satu line
Jangan Ian. Kaico ni nak 10 gelojoh gila Kaico.
Aku biasalah.
Padu Kaico. Bagus.
Okay. Continue.
Hai.
So this one is the present way or present tense, if you were to say it. Present tense. The same goes for dewa arimasen.
Dewa
So if you
arimasen.
were to change it to past tense, it will be like, for this one, it will become janakatta desu.
Janakatta. Kalau dewa arimasen deshita.
I just
So,
realized that
so.
present tense is more shorter than the past tense.
Yeah.
Arimasen deshita. Sandi
So
nagara.
if it's this one, it will become as what I just said. Dewa
Masen. InsyaAllah. Genkai Toppa.
deshita.
Genkai plus Ultra.
This will become a bit longer lah, but this is the writing.
Dewa arimasen
It's
deshita.
better to remember it too.
Sumimasen. Hai.
So it will be dewa arimasen deshita. So basically this one is like adding deshita too.
Deshita.
But this one is better to remember like this one the
Janakatta. Janakatta
So,
desu.
for example, is this one. Anyone wants to try reading it?
Hey, that's Nihon for the katakana, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Hell.
Katakana.
Have you read the top one?
Yeah.
I read the top one.
I see.
I look at Potombuku and then like I thought it was like a day at first. I'm like, is this like Mokuyobi? And this, I was like, this can't.
It's Nihon.
I was like, in my head, this can't be Mokuyobi. But because like Potombuku is like Hon, right? So Potombuku is
For
Nihon.
the first one, Yamashita Sensei, though, I'm just surprised that I can actually read it without looking at the hiragana.
Oh, yeah, because like the first katakana is Yama.
Yeah, Yamashita Sensei wa Sakura Dagaku no Kakusei deshita. This one is あれは日本の映画じゃなかったです。
そうそうそう。あれは日本の映画
映画
じゃなかっ
じゃなか
た。
ったです。
映画ではありませんでした。そのそういう
日本の映画は、日本の映画、
映画 is movie, so Japanese movie.
movie です。
Oh, Ega means movie. Okay.
そうそうそう。This one is movie. So that's how you change it 啦。何々です。何々でした。
でしたか。
何々じゃないです。何々じゃなかった。何々ではありません。何々ではありませんでした。
じゃなかったです。
So far, any question?
Nope.
ちょっと待り
Very
ません。
good.
Okay, then we'll go for past tense of verbs.
ます。
So for verb, for the polite, what do you call it? Polite form of it is must. We call it maske. Masu,
これを遊びます。
masuke,
Oh, マス
which
ケ
means the must form.
見える系
Or
as
this one is actually the kanji for katachi.
形。形 means form.
Yeah, so yeah, form. But the other way of reading it is masu, is k.
マスケ。はい。
So it's a masu form.
計画通り。
So if it's a present tense, it will become like nani nani mas, for example, like tabemasu, asobimasu,
遊びます。
nomimasu,
やります。
nimemasu,
やります。
yarimasu. So if it's to become a past tense,
あり
it will
ました。
become so mashita. You just add, you just change the end to she.
Ah, sakit.
So mashita.
はい。
Nani nani mashita. So for example, if it's tabemasu,
食べました。
so nomimasu.
飲みました。
So you become like that.
書きました。
So this one is the
死んでいました。
affirmative one. But if it's the negative form, it will become
飲みませんでした。
So nomimasen deshita. So the negative form would be masen. So tabemasen,
食べません。
nomimasen, kakimasen.
書きませ
So
ん。
it become, if it's to become a past tense, it will become masen deshita. So tabemasen deshita.
Where does sumimasen lies over here?
Oh,
Because
I
in
don't
a way.
I don't think it's actually like a verb.
Okay, but then
I
like
think it's
it
more
has
just. I think it's more just towards like a
because
apology.
kita boleh kata sumimasen deshita.
So.
Kan?
But it's actually not a verb.
Or
It's
maybe
not
it
a
could be like
verb,
it could
actually.
be like a unique verb. It could be like a unique verb
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
only just past tense and yeah.
True.
Mm-mm.
Because I cannot I cannot
Find the original verb, right?
Yeah, I cannot think of the original verb.
Takkan sumi.
Takkan sumo kot.
Sumo.
Sumo, in other words, there's other words which mean
Hai.
sumimasu, which is to stay or to live.
Ya betul. Koko wa sumimasu.
Koko ni sumimasu.
Koko ni sumimasu.
So.
Koko ni sumimasu.
Sumimasen.
Apologies here.
That actually made me think. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But
Apologies here.
I cannot think of the
The
basic
original
form.
punya ni. Mungkin tak
Yeah.
ada kot.
Koko de sumimasen.
Koko ni sumimasu.
Yeah, so anyone wants to try reading it?
Dari ga.
Yeah, it is. You want? Maybe Kaiju, you take the first. I'll take the second one.
はい。それでは、メアリーさんは9時、9時頃、9時頃、9時頃、じ、9時頃、ち、じ、
Kuchigoro.
9時頃、ちに、頃ちに、right?
Goro, also
Goro,
uchi.
Goro
Oh,
Uchi.
uchi.
Because Goro is
Ah,
one word, Uchi is one word.
Yeah.
goro uchi ni kairimashita.
So.
This is
Hai.
the reason why we need kanji. Because
Betul
reading it
kan?
in just plain hiragana is just like weird.
Difficult in a way.
Even I was like Goro. I was like, what the hell is Goro? And I said no, it's Goro Uchi.
Goro uchi. I'm like, what? You know, even I didn't make
Can
sense. So
can. That's why
yeah.
we need kanji. That's why.
Mm-mm. And I always get mixed with chi and sa because like
Oh,
sa in original
sa.
form is okay, but there are some sa it'll combine both the
Oh yeah.
bawah and atas kan. So
Yeah.
it pisses me off. Like,
When it comes to typing, they'll
dia
combine
akan
it.
sambung.
They can
Yeah.
Yeah,
sambung, yeah.
I'm like,
But
yeah.
they're just the same, you know.
Hi.
So. Okay, Ian.
私は昨日日本語を勉強しませんでした。
So. 悪い学生。
Marigakse.
So
大変。
that
I did.
is the
Wait.
past.
I did not study Japanese yesterday. Great. Baru je.
Tensei.
Baru je semalam masuk kelas eh.
これは本物でした。
Disappointed.
Sensei gonna bonk.
Okay. So
Sensei,
nani
Sensei, you know yesterday I attend class, yeah?
Okay. I let you.
No more.
Okay lah.
No need to bonk.
She know,
Eh,
she know 日本語を勉強しました、先生。
so maybe Kaichu gonna make sense they become a bong police or
Bonk
what?
police.
Bong police, bong captain.
More captain. That is Ian's job, not mine.
Nah, Ian's
Why is
job
it my job?
It's literally in your title right now.
Bong police.
Yep. Yeah, bong police.
Bonk
Okay, nani
police.
mashita.
Mashita.
Nani masen deshita. Any question?
Arimasen.
Eh,
Setsumun.
we'll go to the next one. There's a lot of grammars.
Oh my god, are we just lip
Oh,
syncing
mo.
today?
Koremo. Mo is much more. Mo can be like dengan. Koremo. Koremo oishii.
So. Yeah. You're using it right. Furthermore, oishi. So basically, you want to say this is also. This is also, you know. Also lah, basically also.
Like to and mo really goes in hand, but at the same time mo, I think mo is much more on a item in a way, because like to it could be on a person.
To is more like and.
Oh, kore to.
Also is more to also.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama bukan main Switch ke tadi? Barack Obama bukan main Switch ke tadi? Aku nampak dia main tadi.
No, that was my sister.
I know that.
I
That was
see,
my
I see, I
sister.
see.
Let's see my
I have
Like,
sister.
siblings.
for some reason, Kaicho seems happy when Barack Obama just entered the
Tengoklah senyum
Dude,
Nah,
Barack
just
no.
give
Obama.
me a presence.
Kau tak
No,
rasa
dude.
happy kalau Barack Obama senyum kan kau?
No.
Anyway, sorry kalau datang lambat and sorry kalau kacau kelas.
Tak apa,
No, it's
biasa
fine.
kan
Nah,
Amerika kan, nak macam
normal.
mana?
It's okay.
America man, what you
No,
fuck, man.
Orca, you gotta know, Kaicho is not just the president here. When Barack Obama comes in, he's the supreme president.
Okay, so we're continuing yesterday, right?
Yup,
Yeah, basically,
grammar.
just grammar.
Okay, continue.
Hi.
So previously in lesson 2 or I guess chapter 2, we've learned this more actually. More to like the second item. Koremo, aremo, no?
Koremo.
Koremo and pizzo. Aremo and pizzo. So you're basically saying, oh, this is a pencil. That is also a pencil. But for this one, it's more to like you can also referring to two or more people doing the same activity. So, for example, anyone wants to read this? No.
Darega.
Kaicho?
Hi.
Kaicho,
Alright.
Next one aku bagi Orca.
never mind.
What is that?
Asyik
What is that
aku- asyik
kanji?
aku-
What is that kanji?
Watashi.
Oh, okay.
Watashi.
Maybe I should remember watashi kanji. Okay.
Yeah, you
Watashi
should.
wa
Watashi is one of the simple ones.
はい。私は昨日、昨日、
Mhm.
京都に行きました。
So.
So
Taihen deshita.
And then the second one, anyone wants to read it?
Orca, jangan asyik aku dengan Kaicho je. This is what I do in class. Siapa yang tak jawab tu, aku paksa orang jawab. Orca,
Oh,
But
not
please,
only the moral for this.
Watashi wa.
I'm still bad at kanji, to be honest. Like,
then go
ini
ahead.
kanji.
Then go ahead.
That sounds like a threat.
Jangan tu, jangan.
Barack Obama is favorite.
What, Ryan, you want to take it?
No, I shall.
Hold on, let me save everyone. Okay. Yamashita sensei mo kino
Sensei, I'm baru nak baca.
kyoto ni.
Ya Allah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
There's a lot.
nanti.
That's more below.
Okay.
So, Yamashita sensei mo kino kyoto ni ikimashita. So basically, this one referring to two people doing the same activity. So basically, watashi, I went to Kyoto. I went to Kyoto maybe like the other day, past tense, ikimashita, right? So they want to say Yamashita sensei mo ikimashita. So basically, Yamashita sensei also did the same activity as
He
I
went to
did.
Kyoto as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is like basically it's also again, but you can also use for people like referring to two or more people doing the same activity.
Mhm.
So, and then it can also use for this one. So basically, it's also lah. So it's not only for things; it can be for referring to two people or more doing the same thing, or someone buys, something more than two things lah. So anyone wants to read this one? Don't okay.
Miyari-san wa kutsu wa kaimashita. Miyari-san wa... I'm just kidding.
Okay, anyone wants to read the below one?
Miyari-san wa kaban mo kaimashita.
So kabamo kaimashita. So basically, they're referring to the same activity, but only like two different things. The thing that they bought, but it's
Hai.
still the same activity, which is buying. So
Mhm.
that's why they use more. So basically, I bought shoes. Mary bought shoes. Mary also bought the bag.
Mhm.
So that's why they use more.
Kaban. Mo.
Kaban is bag. So,
Kaban is bag. Kutsu is shoes.
And pitsu is pencil.
Yes. And then pen is just pen lah, of course.
Pineapple. Pineapple. Apple.
Kau janganlah PPAP weh, please jangan.
stop moving it up. Okay, so you can also use more when you go to two places or do something on two different occasions and so forth. But basically, it's still under the same, what do you call it, verb that you use. So, for example, ikimashita, they're using the same verb of ikimashita. Only the place that they went is different. So, you can also use more. Since it's a place, you use me, right? So, anyone wants to read it?
Watashi wa... Oh, sorry.
No.
Watashi wa senshu Kyoto ni ikimashita.
So, this one.
Osaka ni mo ikimashita.
So, basically, this one you have to better to add with the particles
Ni.
because the ikimas punya particle is ni. If you refer to the new vocabulary, they already wrote that. So this one you have to add on with the particles to ni mo
Mhm.
ikimashita.
Osaka. Hokkaido punya kanji apa?
Hokkaido.
Mhm.
Hokkaido.
Kini narimasu.
Hokko. I can't remember the Hokko. Hokkaido. Hold on. Hokkaido. Okay. So it is
Ho to Hokkaido. Kaido One Piece.
this one.
Oh, so the first is Ho, second Kaido.
This one is actually Hoku, The first one is Hoku.
Oh, for the
since,
kunyomi?
it's onyomi. Hoku.
Onyomi for Hoku. Okay.
Onyomi is Koku, but since the second one, okay, let me explain one by one. So this one is actually north. It means
North.
north.
Kan Hokkaido memang north kan? Hai.
Yeah, north. And then the second one means sea.
Ah.
Umi. The kanji for umi. And then the third one, do, is actually more like a district or like macam kata apa, macam kita negeri. We have our negeri, right?
Yeah.
Selangor semua, but they use Todorofuken,
Hai.
which is like Osaka-fu or Kyoto to Hokkaido.
Because I did remember now talking about like Northwest End. I watched Vinland Saga and then the guys are Hokkok. So it's like straight Hokkok, right? So like
So.
all north like that. That's very cool.
Yeah. So this one, the first kanji, the kunyomi is kita, which
Kita?
is how you pronounce no lah. No, kita. No.
I see.
The second one is umi, which is sea,
Umi.
and then no. And the third one is michi, which is road also.
That's all those are onyomi.
Yeah. No. This one is kunyomi.
Oh,
The
kunyomi.
the kita, umi,
Kita.
and michi is the kunyomi.
Hi.
But if you were to read it as whole, it'll become a onyomi
Hokkaido.
reading. So it'll become Hokkaido.
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 Hokkaido. I've already sent the kanji in the Not Bisa Ngomong Jepun, so you can take a look from there as well.
Which kanji did you send me?
Hokkaido.
Hi.
So Hokkaido. This is the kanji for Hokkaido.
Ah.
So yeah.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Okay. Anyone wants to read this one? Well, let's stop. Anyone wants to read this one? Can you?
Urobato-san wa doyobi ni
Robert.
doyobi ni party ni ikimashita.
So. Okay. I want to do this one.
Oh.
日曜日にもパーティーに行きました。
Nichiyobi. Nichiyobi is Sunday, right?
そうそう。
Hi. Oh, Ryle, Aju. I hate you. Fuck you.
But
Alah,
kata
no.
Axel, you got it memorized.
Hey.
How about the dates?
I am very jealous, man. You have no idea.
Okay,
How about
somehow when you ask the dates, a shiver comes down from my behind.
20 apa? 20 apa? 20 apa?
Hatsuka.
Bapa.
What's
10,
sick?
10.
10.
Toka.
Bapa,
Nope.
he's
Toka
lacik
is 10.
sia. Aduh, fuck
What's
you, man.
6? 6 hari bulan.
6 hari bulan. 6 hari bulan. Oh, shit.
Tidak
Soto
lucu.
mate.
It starts with
Muika.
M.
Oh, Bapa. Itu.
How about 3?
No. Okay, Mitsu. Mika.
Wow.
So,
Mika.
Betul.
So.
1 hari bulan.
Apa dah?
Sui Toka. Sui. No. Okay. Suitachi.
Itachi.
14.
Dah. Stop asking. I'm getting roasted right now. Stop. I'm getting roasted.
I feel like there was a gun behind my head. Oh no.
8 hari bulan 8.
Okay.
8. Oh wow.
Okay. No.
Bapa jahat sia.
For some reason,
Okay, aku tak hafal bulan lagi.
Bulan senang je. Weh.
Hachigatsu.
Aha.
Hachigatsu. Macam mana nak cakap hari bulan 8? Hari bulan 8.
Hachigatsu, and then you immediately just say the date.
Oh, Hachigatsu Yoka deh.
So.
Okay. Dah.
Dah lah. Shut the fuck up. Honestly.
Sensei over here.
for some reason, in this class we got 2 senseis.
Too sensitive. Ian is like the one with the gun and sensitive
The
one
gun.
interrogate. Okay, do you remember this?
I'm the one with the
Good,
fucking
good,
shotgun
good
behind the
cop,
head.
good cop, bad cop,
Yes.
good cop, bad cop.
The good cop, the bad cop.
Hi, okay. We have to finish
bagus,
this
bagus.
chapter.
Fine.
Okay, so the next one is 99 jikam. So this one I've told you guys. So basically at the front part you just add a number, and then 99 jikam is basically how many hours it'll become. For example, ichi jikam. So you add ichi, which is number 1, so it'll become 1 hour.
Ichi.
So 2時間、3時間、4時間、5時間. So basically you just add a number and then jikan, it will become the number of hours. 24 jikan, which means 24 hours.
24時間。
Yeah,
Nihon.
24 jikan. 24 jikan. So, okay, anyone wants to read this?
Iron Man is in my head. Watashi de OK ですか?
いいよ。
はい。メアリーさんはそこでたけしさんを1時間も持ちました。
No.
待ちました。
So, Mary waited for Takeshi
For an hour.
for 1 hour.
Apa ni date satu date
You
dia
should.
tunggu 1
I'm
jam
telling
ke?
you, Ian.
Bapak
You should know the
lah.
story, Ian. You should know the story.
Yeah, you should watch the video for the dialogue one.
No,
Kena
I
tu,
think
jahat sia.
I've seen the dialogue actually.
So
Jahat
sad.
dia Takeshi. Apa tu?
Never.
She
I know
even
it's between Takeshi and Mary has something.
no,
That's
Takeshi is
what I
a
can summarize.
fucking bad boy. Aduh.
Okay, Sigi. One wants to read this one?
I'll do it. 私は昨日日本語を3時間ぐらい勉強しました。
So
Erai.
this one they added right. So it's about. So he's
About.
not so sure how many hours exactly. So he just sanjkan gurai. And last one, anyone?
Ah,
昨日7時間半
7
寝
hours.
ました。
7時間半.
7
7時間半.
Han. Saya tengok ada tak nampak dah curtain. So yeah, I didn't see the curtain. Yeah,
7時間
because it looks like yeah, 7時間半. Yeah. I'm looking very closely right now dekat Furigana tu.
I know.
I thought there's a freaking Dakuten. That's why I say bun.
So Han is like half.
Yeah. I know. But then the heart tricked me. That's why.
Never trust Japanese.
Never
Never
trust
trust the Furigana. Tak
Japanese.
nampak weh.
Makes you squid, fam.
Anyone have any question for this one?
Arimashen.
Jikan gurai.
ただ、たけしはどこにいますか?
Taku-san.
Where is Takeshi right now? I don't know. You're
Okay.
asking the wrong person.
So Taksan.
Taksan.
So
Ippai.
Taksan is sorry. You can also
A lot.
use Ippai. So this one is a lot. So you can use in like, for example, we just straight away read the sentence first. Okay.
Hi.
Okay. And one read this one, the first one.
Oh, 私は what's that? What's the second kanji? Oh,
Kyoto.
京都で出身をたくさん。
写真。Photo.
写真をたくさん撮りました。
So basically you can use 写真をたくさん撮りました. So basically たくさん you put it in front of the verb. Will be saying it. For example, you can also say I drank a lot of milk. So 私は牛乳をたくさん飲みました. So you add in front of the verb.
It can be back or forth.
What?
It can
I
be
think
back
it can be
or
back
forth.
or forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it can be.
Shashin
Yeah,
can
it
be
can
back.
also.
Or
So
We could- Because at the
Takusan
bottom one, it
shashin,
says, "Watashi
shashin
wa Kyoto de
takusan.
takusan shashin no torimashita." So
So
takusan is the word
Torimashita.
of the noun.
it can be before the verb or before the noun.
はい。
So it'd be like 私は京都でたくさん写真を撮りました。
Yasai o takusan.
So this one, anyone wants to start reading this?
Yasai o takusan tapemashita.
So 野菜を
たくさん野菜食べました。
So
Ra, ra.
Right.
Vegetable juice.
is vegetable.
Vegetable juice, ra.
Okay.
Remember that?
Ay,
This
ay,
is Mike muted again.
ay.
So that is taku-san. Any question?
いない。
Night.
Good. 素晴らしい。
素晴らしいね。
So
雨
we'll
やみ
go
ま
for
せんね。
the last
To.
grammar.
To. End dengan with.
With.
So. You can be for
Ah,
before previously we learned for and.
which is more. Oh, to.
No,
and.
and is
To juga.
To can also be used for and.
So they have two meaning. It can be and or it can also be with. So for example of and would be this one. Anyone wants to read it?
Nihongo to
Nihongo
eigo
to.
o hanashimasu.
Oh,
So,
ega.
Ego.
Oh, ego.
Like for yourself, you
English.
can say Marego to ego. You can also say, Malay language and English language because it's from Malaysia.
So this one is and. So basically, I can speak like Japanese and English. Or
Let's say, here's the funny thing that I learned about to. Basically, let's say for example, this is only two languages. Kalau kita nak tambah lagi satu language kan, we still have to put another to. We cannot put commas like what we usually do in English.
yeah, true.
Yeah, for example, Nihongo to eigo to marego.
Marego.
You can also
There's
use
so many to.
you can also use others. Nihongo to eigo mata wa marego mo.
Matawa.
Hai.
So this one is the same. Kyoto to Osaka ni ikimashita. So this one I went to Kyoto and Osaka.
Kyoto to Osaka. Osaka.
So the other meaning would be with together with.
Hai.
So anyone wants to read this one?
Mary-san wa Sue-san to Kankoku ni ikimasu. Kankoku is Korea.
Kankoku ni kimashita.
Why you go Korea? You go Japan lah, you. I mean, Mary and Sue doesn't even sound Japanese at all.
I mean,
True.
Mary is already living in Japan though.
Ya dah, Mary dah sedih dengan Takeshi pergi ke Korea dah.
Kena tinggal
She
sejam.
Kena tinggal
has
sejam.
bad memories in Japan.
She decided to go to Korea with
She
Sue.
knows. Selagi
Nihon
Takeshi
yo moi dah.
bernafas, Korea, let's go. Kimchi, man. What can you say is the part of the kimchi's, man?
So
Okay.
this can also be, for example, 会長はイエンと食事しに行きました。So you
食事
guys went to have like dinner together.
Which we did.
Almost every day, right? Almost every day.
Almost every day, yeah.
Almost every day.
So yeah, that is to. It basically is and or with.
Hai.
And a bit of
Noto.
No.
Gyogen no to expression no. Nani nani no mae is often used in the sense of across the street or opposite of X. Oh, so mukai. So basically, nani nani no mae, you can also use nani nani no mukai. Mukai is like the opposite of it.
Mukai.
Mukai.
Hai.
Or you can also use muko.
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 Oh.
That
Muko
sounds
is like
familiar.
muko is like the other side.
Only muko, like muko.
Muko.
Yeah, muko itself means the other side. 私の向こうに先生がいます。That's sensei at the opposite, the other side of me.
Okay.
So other than that, you can also change from ushiro the word ushiro to
Mhm.
ura.
Ura.
Ura
Yeah,
kinda,
yeah.
ura kinda means like the, how do you say it? Macam terbalik tak?
Uh-uh.
So, ura, watashi no ura ni.
Watashi no ura.
Like,
Mhm.
watashi no ura ni data lah. If it's like watashi no ura ni, it's like kinda means like my personality, you know?
Mm.
So ura, you can use ura.
Ura kara. Yeah.
Ura kara. So ura kara. So yeah, ura from the other, like from the opposite, you know?
Mhm. Ura kara.
And last but not least is e o a.
It's what's this?
E.
Oh,
This is a small so and a.
Ah. Eh.
So the difference between these two is like e is more like you are kind of surprised.
Oh.
Eh?
Eh.
Eh?
Throw
But
tomato.
e is more like macam you not that surprised. It's just like oh.
It's a it's a disappointed. It's a
Yeah. But it is that you are really surprised. You know, like even in the dialogue. This is actually from the dialogue when the Otto-san asked Mary how was the day, and Mary said that she didn't meet Takeshi.
Takeshi-san wa kimasen deshita.
So and then the Otto-san was like like he's so shocked.
You do.
You know? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So the other one,
Did Takeshi died?
No.
did.
well, you have to
You
watch
have
the
to
video.
watch the video.
Or
Sensei, look at nggak bisa ngomong Jepun. There's another way of saying that you're shocked or surprised.
What is this?
本当にびっくりした。
Hontoni
I can't believe it.
本当にびっくりした。
You know where I get
You
that?
get-
You know where I get that from, Sensei?
Is it when the guy
Yeah, the Norwegian
yeah,
guy, Mr. Yabatan.
you know?
Hontoni bikuru shita.
Yeah, I see him. So you can also use that when you are surprised, but it is kind of like you are really surprised to the point that you
Lost
can't
of
say
words.
anything.
I
Yeah,
was
true.
really surprised.
Another one is last but not least is up. So up
Ah.
is more
Ah.
like you remember something.
Ah,
Sore
Sensei.
wa.
Sore wa aku
So-
lupa nak cakap gitandas.
Sempat lagi.
For example, like it's raining, right? And I was like, pasal wa tak, I forgot my umbrella. Yeah. So
Ame wa yamimasen ne.
Ah, Ame-san. その
Teki wa
So-
ii desu ne.
thank you,いいですね。雨が止みませんね。
Ame ga yamimasen ne.
What else? 月が綺麗ですね。死んでもいいわ。
先生死んでもいない。
Kaicho cannot hold his laugh. Cannot control his laugh.
Okay, so that's it for today's class, just in time.
Wah.
Any
Yatta.
questions? 質問ありますか？
Muko ni ari.
Sen.
Arimasu. Muko. I'm just kidding.
Chinchu magarimasen.
So the one that you sent was Hontoni? Oh, Barack Obama came back. Dia yang senyum Barack Obama.
Powerful way
Geram
president
aku.
is back.
Barack Obama. Right, I miss you, boy.
I'm sorry.
You were like
Yeah.
a father to me.
That's
Thank
it for
you.
today's class. Any
Yatta.
question as usual, I'll be here. Of course, most of the time we'll just
Hi.
Japanese name, but yeah, I'll be here
Yes.
as usual.
Hi. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Sensei, it's this guy.
Yeah, I know him, Mr. Yabata. He even